You cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction in a single moment. That's how real change begins, not with fireworks, not with applause, but with a decision. A simple, quiet commitment whispered to yourself when nobody's watching. I will no longer live the same way. If you give me 30 days, I'll give you 12 strategies that can shift your entire life. Not next year. Not someday, this month. Let's begin. Start with a morning routine. Win the morning, win the day. Get up early. Meditate, journal, read. Don't start the day reacting. Start it with intention. That's how leaders begin their day. Set clear goals. Don't float through the month. Anchor yourself. Define what you want physically, financially, emotionally. Clarity is power. Vague goals produce vague results. Eliminate one bad habit. Not all change means adding more. Sometimes it's subtraction. What's one habit? Just one. That's stealing your time, energy, or money. Cut it. Watch what happens. Read for 30 minutes a day. Books are the mentors you haven't met yet. In 30 days, you could read 2 to 3 life-changing books. The person you become is the result of the books you read and the people you associate with. Move your body daily. You don't need a gym. You need discipline. Walk, stretch, breathe. When the body feels strong, the mind sharpens and confidence returns. Master your finances. Track every dollar. Understand where it goes. Money doesn't change people. It reveals them. Be the kind of person who respects what you earn. Practice gratitude. Every day, write 3 things you're thankful for. Gratitude isn't just emotion. It's a perspective that shifts how you see everything. Life improves when your mindset does. Speak less, listen more. Everyone's talking. Few are listening. The person who listens learns, and the person who learns grows. Be quiet and powerful. Build a skill. What's one thing you've always wanted to master? Public speaking, coding, writing. Start now. One skill practiced daily can open doors you never imagined. Upgrade your environment. Clean your room. Organize your desk. Get rid of clutter. External chaos often reflects internal chaos. Tidy space, focused mind. Associate with better people. Your life is a reflection of your circle. Spend time with people who stretch you, who challenge you, who believe in your growth. You're not a tree. If you're in the wrong soil, move. Review your progress weekly. Don't just live, evaluate. Ask, what did I do well? What can I do better? Measurement creates momentum. Small adjustments lead to massive shifts. Change often feels like a massive mountain to climb, but the truth is, transformation begins with a single decision. You don't need to overhaul your entire life in one day. What you need is a shift in direction. That's the essence of real growth. In just 30 days, by adjusting your course, you can end up in a completely different place. The reason most people stay stuck isn't because they lack ability. It's because they never change direction. They keep repeating the same patterns, thinking that maybe, somehow, life will change on its own. But life doesn't improve by chance. It improves by choice. When you make that decision, honestly, quietly, with yourself, you begin to see things differently. You stop looking for permission and start taking ownership. You no longer hope things will get better. You start doing what makes them better. The power is in your hands, not in the hands of the economy, your past, or your circumstances. That shift in mindset is everything. Even a 1-degree turn in your daily behavior will lead to a dramatically different destination in a month. It doesn't matter if you failed before. What matters is what you decide today. And that decision doesn't require drama or applause. It just needs to be real. You begin by choosing intentional living, waking up with purpose, using your time wisely, saying no to distractions, and yes to growth. One small decision made today can lead to momentum, clarity, and breakthrough. Give it 30 days. Make the decision once and keep honoring it daily. Your direction is far more important than your starting point. Because when you control the direction, you control the outcome. The clock is already ticking. The only question is ***, will you change your direction starting now. Asterisk asterisk, real change isn't sparked by giant leaps. It's built on small, consistent actions done daily. The truth is, most people underestimate the power of habits because they expect results overnight. But growth doesn't happen in a moment. It's the result of momentum. When you decide to discipline yourself with simple routines like reading, exercising, and journaling, you start to build the foundation for real, lasting progress. It's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about showing up every day, even when it's inconvenient. That daily commitment is what separates those who talk about change from those who live it. When you create a rhythm for your days, you give your mind and body a pattern to follow. That pattern creates stability, and from that stability, strength begins to grow. Read 30 minutes a day, and you'll finish a book in a couple of weeks. Move your body daily, and not only will your energy rise, but your confidence will too. Spend a few minutes in silence or gratitude, and your perspective will shift from what's lacking to what's possible. These may sound like simple actions, and they are, but they are the small hinges that swing big doors. The beauty of daily habits is that they don't need motivation. They need decision. When something becomes part of your routine, it becomes who you are, not just what you do. You won't feel the full transformation on day 1, but stay consistent, and by day 30, the results will speak loudly. You'll think clearer, feel stronger, and act with more intention. That's the reward of showing up every day for yourself. Not in bursts, not when you feel like it, but consistently, quietly, powerfully, day after day. That's how your month changes. That's how your life begins to shift. One of the fastest ways to create meaningful change in your life is not by adding more, but by removing what's holding you back. Often, we carry habits that quietly sabotage our progress. They seem small: checking your phone first thing in the morning, staying up too late, procrastinating on simple tasks. But over time, they drain your energy, confidence, and focus. Eliminating even one of these habits can create space for growth. It's like clearing weeds from a garden. The more room you create, the more your potential can flourish. The process begins with honesty. Take a moment and ask yourself, what one habit is costing me the most progress? You already know what it is. You felt it for a while. Maybe it's the way you waste time. Maybe it's negative self-talk. Maybe it's the people you keep around who drain your spirit. Whatever it is, your life can't rise until you decide to let it go. This decision doesn't need to be dramatic. Quietly make the commitment. Draw the line, then replace that negative habit with something that empowers you. Instead of mindless scrolling, read. Instead of gossip, reflect. Instead of complaining, plan. When you eliminate what weakens you, you automatically become stronger. You'll notice your mind becomes clearer, your decisions sharper, and your day more productive. You begin to feel in control again, not overwhelmed, not distracted, but focused. That's the power of subtraction. You don't need to fix everything all at once, just one habit, one decision to stop doing what you know is keeping you stuck. When you do, you reclaim your energy and your direction. And in just a short time, that single choice can become the turning point that redefines your entire month and sets the stage for a better life. Reading is one of the simplest and most powerful tools for personal growth. In just 30 minutes a day, you can access the thoughts, lessons, and strategies of the greatest minds in history. Think about it. Someone spends years learning, struggling, experimenting, and growing, then condenses all that wisdom into a book you can read in a few hours. That's not just valuable, it's life-changing, and yet most people don't make time for it. They say they're too busy, too tired, too distracted. But the truth is, you don't need hours. You just need consistency. When you commit to reading daily, your mind begins to expand. New ideas challenge your old thinking. You start to see opportunities where you once saw limitations. You understand people better. You understand yourself better. The act of reading isn't just about gathering knowledge, it's about becoming a better thinker, a better communicator, a better decision maker. Books sharpen your perspective, they fuel your ambition, they remind you that you're capable of more. And the beauty of reading is that it creates a ripple effect. The more you read, the more you grow. The more you grow, the more confident you become. That confidence affects your work, your relationships, and your goals. You speak with more clarity, you act with more intention, you dream with more belief, all from the simple act of picking up a book each day. You don't have to start big. Even a few pages a day will build momentum. Choose books that inspire you, teach you, or challenge you. Make it a habit, not a chore. Protect that time like it's sacred, because it is. In just 1 month, daily reading can shift your mindset, fuel your purpose, and put you on the path to extraordinary change. Your body is the vessel that carries your mind, your ambition, your energy, and your purpose. When it's weak or neglected, everything else suffers. Your mood, your focus, your discipline. But when you take care of your body, everything else begins to elevate. You don't need to become a fitness expert or spend hours at the gym to feel the impact. Just move, walk, stretch, breathe. Do something every day that reminds your body it's alive and capable. This isn't just about physical health. It's about mental strength, clarity, and momentum. The connection between physical movement and mental resilience is undeniable. When you move your body, you release stress, you reset your emotions, you reclaim control over your state. Some of the most successful people in the world don't move to look better. They move to think better, to perform better, to be sharper. They understand that discipline in the body creates discipline in the mind. One supports the other, and something powerful happens when you keep a promise to yourself every day. Even if it's just a 15-minute walk or a few push-ups, that daily action sends a message, I take care of me. That message builds self-respect, and self-respect builds confidence, and confidence creates momentum. You begin to feel stronger, not just in body, but in your decisions, your focus, and your sense of control. Movement is medicine. It's not about intensity, it's about consistency. And the more consistently you show up for yourself physically, the more powerfully you'll show up in every other area of your life. In just 30 days, your energy will rise, your thinking will sharpen, and your outlook will shift. All because you decided to honor your body daily. You'll realize your body isn't an obstacle, it's an asset, and it's the foundation for the life you're building. Most people struggle not because they lack effort, but because they have no idea where their time, energy, or money is actually going. When you begin to measure, track, and review your life, you gain clarity, and clarity is what leads to power. Taking time each week to review your progress is one of the simplest but most transformative habits you can build. It turns your life from a blur of activity into a system of purpose. You stop running in circles and start moving in a straight line toward your goals. When you reflect on what's working and what isn't, you stop repeating mistakes and start making better decisions. You notice patterns, you identify distractions, you celebrate wins you might have overlooked. Without review, you're guessing, but with review, you're learning, and the person who learns the fastest wins. This weekly check-in doesn't have to be long, just honest. Look back at your days. Did you live them with intention? Did your actions reflect your values? Did you honor your commitments to yourself? That reflection builds awareness, and awareness builds control. Progress doesn't happen just because you're busy. It happens because you're deliberate. And when you take time to measure your effort, you begin to respect your time more. You become more focused during the week because you know you'll be checking in with yourself. That sense of accountability drives better action. It also gives you the chance to adjust early, rather than waiting until the end of the month or year to realize you were off track. A weekly review creates momentum. It helps you course correct. It keeps you grounded in reality. And in just a few weeks, you'll see the difference, not just in what you're doing, but in who you're becoming. That's how serious change begins, through awareness, reflection, and consistent improvement.